You have enough tools now. You have enough things from my repertoire, my arsenal, but you aren't doing anything with it constructively. You have to strip it down and say, okay, when am I able to do something in the marketplace? And which one of these tools am I going to use to draw on for liquidity? Because that's the secret, folks. You want to know the secret to trading? Where is it right now? And where did it come from? Where did price just recently come from? Did it just run below a swing low? Okay, if it did that and you have relative equal highs above you, you have a 90+% chance that that thing's going up there. Even if it fails to go up to the relative equal highs, you have something that will yield you opportunity to take something out partially. I posted something this week and I said, if you start framing the risk in trade management around your first potential profit, where you take a partial, and you should know what that is before you even put your trade on. If you're rushing in there, oh, I gotta get in there. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You should already know where you can get out with something, even if you are wrong. But you don't want to hear about that. You don't want to admit that you're probably going to do it wrong. Let me tell you something. The reason why I'm not doing every day in Telegram is because there's a whole lot of manipulation going on in the market right now. And me against the hand's going to win. That's just me being real. I know where my limitations are, but I also know that the market can't stay like that in perpetuity. So I'm just chilling. I'm being real quiet, reserved about what I'm doing privately. I'm not placing my stops publicly. I'm not telling everybody what I think it's going to do right now, because I'm in here trying to make ends meet too, right? In a way. So what are you going to use? What are you going to have your core model wrap around? What is it drawing to? It's not your entry mechanism. I have 80 plus of them. The ones that are constant, that always agree all the time, no matter what I'm trading, what model, are these periods of where the market creates this pool of liquidity. Inefficiency or liquidity. And they are perfect. They're perfect in their understanding of how it's going to draw price at that time. If it doesn't draw to them and it starts to move away after I enter a trade and it says, no, I'm not interested in going down there, then it's easier for me to cut the bait and say, okay, I'm going to take the loss here. I won't let it take my stop loss. It gives me clarity. A lot of you ask these questions that I've answered without actually addressing them, verbatim. A lot of the questions you all send me in my comment section or post to me on X, I have answered all those things in the natural delivery of the content. But you're looking for a way to avoid 500 plus videos when not all those videos should be looked at right now. Why all of you are still studying the old stuff when I've been presently calling it live right now is beyond me. I don't understand that. Like that, you stand in front of a magician, a world-class magician, and you're there to learn how to do and perform magic. And say, listen, David Copperfield, hey, listen, which one of your old CBS broadcasts do you recommend that I watch to learn from you while he's doing a workshop for free every single day? It doesn't make any sense to me. That shows me that the person that's asking that question or trying to do that has clearly no idea what they're getting involved in. They're not prepared. You're not even ready to be doing anything in the marketplace. If you're thinking like that, like imagine going to buy a car. It's a used car, but it's a vintage muscle car. It's decked out. It's been well preserved. And you say, hey, look, I'm here. I'm interested in your car. Okay, you want to test drive? Nah. I want to look at what other cars you have. How'd you take care of that? It doesn't make any sense. Where's your focus? If someone's going to show you the goods, prove it to you in front of witnesses that this is how the market's going to deliver price. And they have rule-based ideas. And it says, now watch how the market gravitates to this level here. My teaching style is, I'm not going to put you in the trade. I'm going to show you where the market's going to go. Why did I do that? Because I know that all of you have a different personality that's going to lead to you seeing a bullish order block and you have no affinity for the fair value gap. You don't know how to pick an order block, but you can see a fair value gap, and that's your model right there. Or, hey, I only trade breakers, bro. Breakers are nothing. Okay. I'm allowing you as my students to bring that personality, that choice of PD array. There's nothing that says that PD array is better than the other one, unless you want to mathematically define it by which one formed first and how much it yields to the target. That's the only way you can adequately say which one's better. And I'm saying that, regretting it already, because you're now thinking, okay, so now my pursuit, he's saying, without saying it, it's code word to look for. I didn't say that at all. Not everything I say is a mystery. Okay? Not everything that I'm saying is meant for you to go in and start thinking, he just said something. Let me start cracking the code. It's this plain, simple logic. Your choice of PD array is perfect for you at this moment in your career, in your development. It doesn't mean that that's going to be the one that you stick with all the time, but once you learn how to use it, you have that behind you now. It's in your belt, okay, your utility belt. It's in your toolbox as a trader. And then you explore the use of another PD array. And over time, you might have 2 or 3 that you got really, really good with, but you'll learn how to use all of them to agree that the trade you're in is still good. That's the graduating approach to using what I'm teaching you. Find one to start and get a baseline understanding. You have to have a beginning baseline. How often does it deliver? How many times is it delivered at that time of day? What time of day? The opening, 9:30 to 10 o'clock, that opening range. 1:30 to 2 o'clock, the PM session, opening range. London, you start the day with true day at midnight to 12:30. That first 30 minutes. That's how I started trading the Globex with currency futures. That was my opening range. That was it. It still works today. It still works today. ICT, what are you going to do when they make NQ? They take away the stop in the afternoon. They're going to change the algorithm. No, they ain't. Because they cannot hide liquidity. There's always going to be inefficiencies. And there's going to be people that did something wrong. And I know what they are doing when they're doing it wrong. I told you, I got tricks I've never shown before. It could literally turn everything upside down, and I'll still be out here doing what I'm doing right now. That's confidence, folks. You can't buy that from a course. You can't learn that from a mentor. I've been doing this far too long to worry about what they're going to do to change it because they don't like I'm teaching people how to become rich. The cat's out of the bag, baby. CME, kiss my ass. You can't stop us. You can't stop us, period. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, you sons of bitches. You can't stop us. You can't do shit to stop us. If you're in charge. Yeah, you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing nothing. Make the market move all around. Do it. Move it all around. Clear the board. You can't keep it up because those large influx of flows that come in that you want to get those fees from when trades are taken, they're going to dry up. You got to calm that shit down real fast. You got to calm it down. Bring that volatility back in check. So these large institutions feel comfortable again because they're not comfortable right now. These are all little storms that last for a short period of time. As a new trader, you don't see it that way. They're changing the world's algorithms. No, they're not. They're disrupting things. Of course they're doing that. But that doesn't mean they're changing things that you're going to be using in the future for the rest of your career. So what if they do away with a new day opening gap? I got tools that they don't know I got. There's things that are just tucked in behind the code, just behind that source code that they don't know shit about. So I ain't worried about that. And neither should you. You have other things that you could be doing besides